Without wasting any further time, we would move straight to the address by the Honorable Minister for Education, Malam Adamu. It will be delivered by the Acting Permanent Secretary Education, David Gende.
Members of the responsibility table, chaired by our royal father, permit me to stand on the already established protocol. Good morning. I'm standing before you to present the remarks of the Honorable Minister of Education, who brings you good tidings and apologize for his inability to be personally here. I think he's quite linked to some of our dignitaries seated on this side of the table, and he would have loved to find himself in your midst to also point us back to where our history really began. I'll read the speech. Over the last few years, a lot of Nigerians have actively joined the conversation about the so-called ban of history as a subject in our schools. While their agitations were genuine and well-intended, for the most part, they were not necessarily accurate. History as a subject was never completely removed from the school curriculum. Sometime in the 1970s, the subject was merged with social studies at the basic education level, and it was taught as a stand-alone subject from senior secondary school level and above. Contrary to popular opinion, there were no clandestine reasons for this, and there was no attempt to whitewash or deny the Nigerian history. Over the years, many Nigerians formed a popular opinion that the subject needed to stand alone right from the basic education level. As calls for the return of history grew louder, giving rise to such hashtags as Bring Back Our History on social media, the ministry recognized the need to change the narrative and responded accordingly. We decided to develop a new curriculum from the scratch for the subject through the Nigerian Education Research Development Council, NERDC, working with a team of experts and relevant stakeholders in the education sector. The NERDC developed a new history curriculum, which was approved at the 62nd meeting of the National Council on Education in 2017. Having developed and deployed a new curriculum, the work has just begun. We recognize that history is not about memorizing names of people and dates of events. History must serve as a higher purpose. It must connect us with the past in the context of helping us understand the present and charting a course for the future. History should help us rekindle our nationalism, patriotism, and pride in our fatherland, as demonstrated by our children earlier this morning. History is an effective tool through which our national values can be projected. History is no use if it does not help our nation building and integration efforts. History must help to bring us together and not put us apart. The Nigerian Heritage Series is quite an interesting project because it serves as a strategic supplement to the history curriculum at the basic education level. The books we're about launching here today tells stories from our past about inspirational and brave personalities. We need more of such materials to support curriculum so we can inspire our children, not just overload them with data and information. At this critical junction, at this critical junction in our nation's development, we need an inspired young populace more than ever. with almost 50% of our population aged between 0 and 14. There's a lot of work to do at the basic education level. We must continue to develop such materials as we look to provide credible role models for our younger generation of Nigerians. I commend the publishers of the Nigerian Heritage Series for the 21 books they have published so far, and encourage them to develop more as promised. Government alone cannot do it all. We need responsible private citizens, organizations, and stakeholders to also play their part. The Nigerian Heritage Series can indeed help rekindle our national values in the youth. And so it gives me great pleasure to officially present the 21 books of the series to you, which are in these 3 volumes, and pledge the support of the Ministry of Education for the project and its vision. Congratulations to you all.